We are learning more about a massive global cyber attack. The hack hit Ukraine the hardest. A number of banks, companies, an electricity firm, the country's airport and government buildings have been affected. U.S.-based pharmaceutical company Merck confirms it's been compromised as well. For more now on this hack, we turn to CNET reporter Alfred Ng over the phone. Alfred, so this sort of started out just in Ukraine, but it's been probably about an hour, and we heard about other places in Europe, a number of different countries and companies. What do we know so far about this cyber attack?
Well, essentially the attack started off in Kiev, but as you said, has spread around the world. It's a variation of a ransomware called Petya. This variation has been identified by Bitdefender as GoldenEye, and this one has 2 layers of encryption, which is a lot worse than most ransomware attacks go, because this one doesn't only encrypt your files, but it also encrypts your hard drive, making it harder to access your backups if you have any of those.
So we're showing some screens here, photos that people have taken of what's popping up on their screen. But talk to me about what ransomware is and what people are seeing when they start up their computers.
So essentially, ransomware is when malware encrypts files on your computer, and the only way that you can get them back is if you pay a certain ransom for them. In this case, they're asking for about $300 in bitcoins, which means you can't just pull out your credit card and pay for it yourself. You have to go and put your money into a Bitcoin wallet and then send it to them, which can be very complicated.
So how would this sort of malicious software get onto these massive computer systems?
Mm-hmm. Well, it can get onto your computer in a lot of ways. Sometimes it can be through an email file that you accidentally downloaded, or sometimes it can be a flash drive that you might have put on your computer. In this scenario, it follows the same way that WannaCry, the ransomware that hit in May, spread, where it used a wormhole through an NSA exploit called Eternal Blue, where it spreads through your computer's network. So if we worked at the same company and, my computer was infected and is on the same Wi-Fi network or any kind of computer network as yours is, it could spread through that, which Microsoft had patched earlier in March and then sent out another patch for after the WannaCry outbreak. But it seems this one, which also uses Eternal Blue, it seems that it's hitting systems that still have not been patched since then.
Oh, so that's sort of one of the keys. When you heard about how widespread the attack was in Ukraine, did you think, geez, it's only a matter of time before this starts popping up in other countries?
Usually when I see an attack like this, specified towards a certain region or in a country, it seems like it could be a nation-state actor, but, like WannaCry, it seemed that this was more financially motivated. So at first I thought it might have been contained to Ukraine only, but as some kind of, cyber attack from a nation-state, but then it seems like it's spreading all over for more financial purposes.
So with WannaCry, there was sort of this collective effort to shut it down, and a few different people found ways in which to do it and work together within about a day or so. Mm-hmm. Can we expect something like this to occur with this new ransomware, or does this seem just a little more complicated than WannaCry?
Well, with WannaCry, the way that it was kind of shut down was because of sloppy coding, so that seemed to be a lucky mistake on WannaCry's end. I have not taken a look at the coding itself on GoldenEye or Petya, and so it doesn't. I don't know if they'll be making the same mistakes as they did last time, though.
You said that something this widespread could be a state-sponsored attack, but you also said it looks like they're trying to make money. They're holding people's information for ransom. So could this also? I mean, this seems very thorough and complex, but is this the sort of thing that just a couple of guys could pull off with a good computer?
Yes, especially since the Eternal Blue exploit from the NSA was leaked. So that means it's publicly available for a lot of people, which essentially means that anybody could just take that code and apply a few other ransomware software onto it, making it a little bit easier to infect several computers. I think the best approach to preventing something like this on a widespread scale is to patch your systems, which is the same advice that had been given out, after WannaCry's outbreak last month.
You read my mind on my next question, Alfred. How do you protect yourself? People are going to be booting up their computers, getting online, seeing an email, and wondering whether or not they should open it.
Yeah, well, even if they don't get an email, this could be spreading through your computer's network. So even if you're not personally downloading any malicious files, somebody else that you work with might, and you could be infected that way. So again, the best course of action is to update all your systems if you can.
All right, great advice, CNET reporter Alfred Ng. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
We will continue to monitor this situation. For now, though, we're going to take a quick break. This is CBSN.
All right. Cool.
We're always on.